And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. How is everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. It's already the second day of the working week. Welcome into Tom Fanto, to Chad Northern, to Mario Kilimanjaro, to the lovely Gemma Barnes, to Gordon Hall, and to Adrian. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic start to your week. If you got a holiday off yesterday, I hope that this Tuesday is treating you very well. We're going to be running Cursola and Galarian Corsola today. We're going to be starting off with the Galarian Corsola. This is going to have Cursed Body, and then we're going to be having Perish Body when we evolve, I think at level 38. That is the plan. We are running our first pure Ghost type ever, I think. We might have done another pure Ghost type Backport in the past, but I'm not 100% certain on that. I have no idea how this run is going to go. It's going to be a tricky one overall, I reckon, when we get to the late game. But our one saving grace in this is we are in the fast experience group. So we'll take a little look at our stats before we get on. Good morning, Deadpool. How are you today? The sprite, again, was done by the lovely Sprouts. He's done a fantastic job on this one. And we are level 5 with 21 HP. We're holding a berry, and our moves are Tackle, Harden, and Astonish at the moment. We have 11 in attack, 16 in defense, 13 in special attack, 16 in special defense, and then 9 in speed. Good morning, Leonard. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. I will need all the luck we can get with this run. We are very defensive, though, and that could work in our favour, but that is enough waffling. Let's get the timer going. Let's see how we get on. I hope you get that travel confirmation quick, sharp, and in a hurry, Gemma. Now, we're not going to take damage off this Centret, so it's free experience here. We can knock it out in a couple of hits and keep moving on. Because, of course, we are the Ghost type, we can do a little bit of grinding here as opposed to on the next route, because I don't think anything can hit us here. Welcome in, Dante. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. I'm still a teeny tiny bit under the weather, but touch wood, I'm feeling a little bit better than I have been the last few days. Got back to the coding of the Generation 2 ROMs. I've got some interesting stuff lined up. Very interesting stuff, including a unique Nuzlocke idea that if we finish early enough today, I will do a little sneak preview of. But it all depends on how well Cursola does. Now, I'm going to get some more levels here. The Torkoal Backport is going to be coming next week instead. I was a little bit ill last week, so I need to rearrange my old streams. Mischievous is going to be interesting. I want to get the Mismagius Backport done, so we can run them in tandem with each other, because I reckon that would be much more fun. We're just going to waste a fair amount of power points here. I'm not sure how well we're going to do as a Cursola, so we're just going to use as much PP as possible here. Yep, the climate change has hit Johto as well, unfortunately. You know what, level 7 should be fine. We've done our early grinding. We'll do a cheeky little heal here in case we do want to replenish our power points, in case we get interesting Pokemon on the way up. And it is versatile, of course. Welcome in, Tarados. I think we'll need a lot of luck for the microplastic Cursola. I'm glad you like the new colours. Totally not pulled from Bulbapedia's new colours, honest. I spotted them. I think they tried to launch it today, but I spotted them just before they had Larrypedia for April Fool's Day. I was like, right, I'm having those colours. They are far easier on the eye. I do like them as well, because especially if you've not got the strongest colour vision, these are much more distinct. I've always thought of them as little jelly beans, I've got to be honest. And they are very spring colours. We could maybe even do something about that with every season. But you all know me, I'm forever fiddling with the overlay in silly little places that probably don't need it. You've been up since 4:15 this morning? Oh no. That's really like 3:15 because our clock's changed. Welcome in, Dragon Princess. How are you today? Let's take on the first rival. We'll have no issues whatsoever here. And I gave the rival Totodile simply because Totodile has a dark move. Oh no, stomach issues are the worst. I've been permanently bloated for the last, call it 2 or 3 weeks now. It's not been fun. We'll call the rival triple question mark. We'll show Professor Elm the egg. And then we'll get on with our lives, shall we? I'm the same, Gemma. My sleep went all out of whack this weekend. I've managed to pull it back together for streams this week. But there is a chance we might be having some more late night specials soon. Stomach issues are the absolute worst. I was battling with a dodgy tummy the entire time I was doing the Executor run over the weekend. Then I think it was a couple of weeks ago that my tummy had a little bit of an issue as well. And I remember pausing the timer and going to the BRB screen for like 30 seconds. Oh no, new medication side effects are horrible, aren't they? Absolutely awful. The beauty of being the fast experience group, by the way, is we are rapidly gaining levels here. Probably going to be level 10 or so by the time we get to Sprout Tower. Yes, we do have Strength Sap. I decided to forgo Grudge on this one. Laziness on my part, because clearly Grudge is not going to be good. What the heck is going on with Astonish's accuracy there? Yes, Pure Ghost is going to be very interesting, because we've never really had a Pure Ghost before. I have a feeling, you know, that the accuracy and the chance of effect have been swapped on Astonish. I'm not planning on keeping Astonish for very long anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Although what I will do is disable Poison Sting. Fantastic! That was our first experience there of Cursed Body. So if we get hit by a contact move, there is a chance that the opponent's move will be disabled. I believe it's a 30% chance. Welcome in, Anderson. How are you today? I am going to very quickly pause the timer, because I think that the Cursola might have a slight issue. Moves.asm, is that what I want? Astonish, let's have a look. Effect, flinch hit, yep, there's the issue. Accuracy was swapped, so we're not going to be using Astonish for now. So what I will do is I will make this remake of the ROM, as it were. And we'll swap it out after Falconer's Gym. So let's get that going, and then we'll do a cheeky little swap where nobody will notice, honest, when we get into Falconer's Gym. In fact, we can do it at HM Friends. I doubt we'll be using Astonish before there. And welcome in, Anderson. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh no, everyone seems to be sick at the moment. There's definitely something going around. And how we've got Cursed Body working, by the way, for those of you interested, is we have got a list of contact moves. So we figured out the contact moves that were in Gen 2. And if it's a contact move, then it will have a chance to be disabled. So it doesn't go on physical and special, because there are some special moves that make contact, and there are some physical moves that don't make contact. So in the interest of making it as accurate as possible, we decided to go the extra mile there, and in the process messed up Astonish. In testing, for whatever reason, we were able to get Astonish hitting every single time. We've only actually now used our berry. Interesting. Oh, same, Tyrannos, same. There's a reason I don't have a camera. You don't turn off. We will endure the 30% accuracy here just for a second. No, we won't. 3 tackles should be enough for the Hoot Hoot. Maybe not actually. Oh dear. Critical hit saves the day. We'll grab the escape rope and we'll get the hell out of there. Now we absolutely need to do a heal for PP purposes here. Let's see how we get on in Falconer's Gym. That was a very, very lucky save. Looking like we'll be absolutely fine here in Falconer's Gym. Sand attack might be the biggest pain in the bum. Or accuracy in general, I should say. Let's do the Falconer special of a potion and a berry. And let's engage our first gym leader in battle at the 9.5-minute mark. This is Falconer, the flying type specialist, who's going to lead with a Pidgey that's dropping our accuracy. Best scenario here is that Cursed Body activates just like that. Oh dear. It's been a while since we've had a Falconer where our accuracy is at -6, but here we go. We still get through. Zephyr badge in 10.05, level 14. Get the call from Elm, and make our way towards Azalea Town through the Union Cave. This is a real Pokemon, Anderson, from Generation 8. So it's a regional form that they did in the Galar region. So let's knock out that Rattata. Spite. You know what, go on. We'll get rid of Disable. Double Supersonic. Or double tackle, I should say. And we knocked that one out. Grab that all-important repel. That is very true. Marini does attack Cursola. They're very mean in Generation 7 and later gens, obviously. Am I right in thinking in Generation 7 to get a Marini you had to do an SOS battle with a Cursola? Good morning, A Gamer's Tale. How are you today? Grab the Great Ball there. And Gordon, close your eyes. It's time for me to take on your Wooper. Unfortunately, we're too poor to get a Slowpoke tail today. I'm doing very well, thank you. Still a little bit sniffly, but absolutely getting on by. I mean, I love rodents, so yes, I do think a fox is mean for eating a rodent. Let's repel and super potion because we don't have a cat in hell's chance of learning Swift. Third Great Ball. Take on Mr. Coughing Man here. Fire Breather Bill. Oh, of course, because we are the ghost type, he's going to go for Poison Gas. Fortunately for us, we have an antidote. Ember's not a contact move, is it? Goodness, what's gone wrong there? Let's buy our 8 repels. We'll get a few super potions, not too many. We are quite bulky. We'll chat with Kurt, and then I'm going to pause the time for the HM friends. I'm also going to go very quickly to a BRB screen, just to double check the code of this. So I'll pause the timer at 13:59. I'll be back in like a minute or two at most. Apologies about this. The code has gone awry. And we are back. Thank you for your patience there. Turns out, just having a bit of a brain fart. Because it's a damaging move that activates Cursed Body, not a contact move. So we are all good to go. And we have our Psyduck. Let's use a Great Ball on the Psyduck. And hope it catches in the first few balls. Then once we've got both HM friends in the forest, we'll unpause the timer. And then we'll carry on. The Snorlax not being an issue is going to be fantastic, especially if we have Strength Sap. Because then we can just eat all of Snorlax's attack as HP. And now we are just waiting for Paris. 5% in here, so it can take some time, but we're hardly getting any encounters at all. The order in which he sends out the Snorlax is very weird. I'm not sure whether he'll send it out last or if he'll just do it as normal. There's our Paris. Let's try and catch it. And then we can unpause the timer at 14 minutes. And we'll make us way into the Slowpoke Well. Now these rats cannot hit us at all, which is great for us. We'll move on to the Ekans lady. And I also fixed Astonish's accuracy in that little break. Of course, we're poisoned after a single poison sting again. It's going to be one of those runs. Do we have the extra PlayStation Cure Berry? We do. Fantastic. Being Ghost is glorious early on. Apart from when you misclick and do Astonish against a rat. Don't drink me, Zubat. There we go, level 18 already. I will take on the final grunt in here as well. That is a very good point. How does something already perished become poisoned? A loophole, Game Freak. Well, let's now do the next gym together, shall we? That was the trouble with the Ghastly Haunter and Gengar run. There was nothing to really counter the normal types because you couldn't hit them, which meant you had to struggle for youngster Mikey. Good morning, Seth. The Coral is doing surprisingly well. We've got a lot of bulk behind us, and that seems to be helping us. Now what we are going to do is a cheeky little heal for PP purposes. We'll take on Bugcatcher Josh. And of course he paralyzes us. So I picked up the Paralyze heal in the Sprout Tower. I was going to call it the Slowpoke Well then. And let's take on Bugsy. 2 shots on the Metapod to start off with, and we learn Ancient's Power just in time. Fury Cutter hits us for not very effective, and we one-shot the Scyther with throwing a rock at its face. Very, very simple Bugsy. Let's now take on the second of 5 rival battles we'll be doing in this run. One shot there on the Ghastly. We'll throw a rock at this Zubat. You know what, we'll keep throwing rocks at this Croconaw. It's listed with 105% accuracy. How the hell did that happen? Gentoo move info, let's have a look. Accuracy of 105, that's not right. It's a lie. It's just that Wisdomous. There we go. Manually override it. That doesn't matter, Tom, because this is a Gen 8 Pokemon, so we're using the Gen 8 power of Power Gen. When we do the backports, we always take into account what the power of the moves were in the generation that Pokemon was introduced in. Because that's how Game Freak intended the Pokemon to be run, or some nonsense like that anyway. Grab ourselves Headbutt, which combined with a Quick Claw might come in handy. Be good to get rid of Tackle at the very least. Grab ourselves Sweet Scent, it might come in handy later on. We'll take on a couple of trainers down here. I'm very much looking forward to having Strength Sap on the Learn set. And it's not come up yet today so far, but our hidden power type is Ice, just for Lance. I know we've got Ancient Power, but I wanted consistency at last. We'll now pause the timer, seeing as the repeller's one off, and we'll grab ourselves the Abra. Hopefully it'll only be 1 or 2 tile encounter. There we have the Abra. Why does it say dark for hidden power? I set the hidden power type to hidden power ice. It's my overlay. Has changing the colours on my overlay done something to mess everything up, I wonder? Let's grab Kenya. We'll engage Picnic him in battle, and I will also very quickly try and fix whatever gremlins are in the system. It's one of those days today, one of those days. Now, as we can see, we're not even outspeeding Diglett here. So we are absolutely going to need the Quick Claw. Rock and Normal are very, very close to each other. They are unfortunately the official colours for each of the types. I will look at changing Rock ever so slightly though on my overlay to give it a little bit more of a distinction. We hardly ever see Rock type moves come up. Which would be why we've not noticed it before. But looking at TM37 there, it's almost identical, isn't it? Kenya, Abra, Kenya, Paris, and Psyduck. While we're here, we'll teach Dig to our Paris. we'll also rejig these moves around. So we want flash, dig, and cut in that order. We can TP back. And yes, we do have very, very superb defensive stats. Shame we don't have much else. Gonna glue that quick claw to our coral. Why am I going in there at the moment? We don't have enough friendship for return yet. And while we're here, we might as well take on most of these gym trainers. Try and get as many levels as possible. This one has Cursed Body, yes. When we evolve, we will have Perish Body. And that'll be in, what, 14 levels time, I think? Could really do with that Quick Claw activating. Or we can just knock it out in one shot on the next Meowth. Yes, so in 14 levels, we will, of course, get ourselves a Cursola. I was trying to put in the title of this one with Cursed Body and Perish Body, but unfortunately there wasn't enough room in the title. Hex, yeah, go on, it's better than Astonish, isn't it? Omniboost when we don't need it. And what we'll do is we'll do a cheeky little PP heal before anything else. So we're going to be level 25 for Whitney. Cursola is a fantastic upgrade. As we've seen, Cursola isn't the strongest, is it? Oh, Tezuka! Very glad that missed. I was trying to get the Omniboost there, but it didn't quite work. We disabled right at the wrong time. Strength doesn't affect us, ha! Don't start milk drink spamming us. We will Ancients power you instead, Whitney. Get the plane badge in under half an hour. Give us a nice little speed boost. And we'll get out of there. Very, very, very messy fight, but we take it. Let's get on the move, get out of here. Phone crashes are never fun. And apologies for the tech issues that one of the mods is having. It happens though sometimes. The amount of tech issues I've had on stream. But if your messages have been deleted, please do rest assured it's nothing you've done, it's just a technical issue. It's currently being worked on to be fixed. But if you are able to chat at the moment, please do just try sending a test message, as long as it's nothing rude, crude or vile, and see if the messages are coming through again now. We do just need the blue screen with a frowny face. After stream, I am totally making a blue screen with frowny face. I wish I had a little, what are they called? The Steam Decks? The Stream Decks? So I could just play a little round of applause sound effect. Because the tech issues are over. I'm feeling a little better today, thank you, Gemma. Still slightly under the weather, but on the up. Of course, it's become sunny up here in the north. And because it's sunny here in the north, that means one thing: hay fever. I'm very tempted to get one, D1. One of the little quirks, by the way, of how I've got my stream set up is I've got that poll at the top, but I don't know what the outcome is at the moment. Sick of getting bloody poisoned. Nuzlocke is winning. Right, that's very interesting. I'm not sure how many of you were around for the Nuzlocke Fridays we used to do, but I will be perfectly honest with you, I am terrible at Nuzlocking. Like, truly horrific at it. We'll do full safety on this run. We'll go and do Lighthouse now. First, no thank you. We don't really want to be cutting our HP in half. I do have in the works at the moment, and it might even be ready for Friday at this rate. I have a very interesting idea for a Nuzlocke, where we don't catch anything, and instead the gym leaders that we defeat gift us our next random Pokémon. So we won't know what we're getting, and I've made it relatively cheese-proof. Let's reunite the married couple. So the way I've eliminated the cheese is you can't soft reset in order to get your next Pokemon changed. So they are generated after you've defeated the previous gym leader. It will be purely random. So it's going to be one of any Pokemon. So you could end up, like I did, getting a Sunkern off Whitney in testing. Or you could end up with something decent. It's all going to be up to fate. And in that particular game, Pokeballs are completely disabled. So to get around it, we're having the field moves as HMs, as key items. Let's ascend the lighthouse, shall we now? Yep, the starter will be random, and you won't know until you've picked the ball. So there's not going to be like you're picking, for instance, Chikorita, or you're picking Abra. It'll be, do you want the left-hand ball? So we will have no idea what we get until we actually get it. And then if that proves to be too easy, I'm going to make a second version of this where your Pokemon gets swapped out. So as opposed to having a team being built, it's just going to be like a more complicated challenge run. I did do a few key item randomizers on Twitch. They were very fun. Welcome in, Malik. How are you? I hope you're feeling better than you were the other day. We'll have a little chat with Jazz. We'll grab our rare candy and we will dig our way out of here. And next what we want to do is we want to TP all the way back to Ecruteak. And just for the interim, I'm going to teach Surf to both Psyduck and Cursola. Cursola, I beg your pardon. And we'll also teach Strength to Psyduck while we're here. This is just to try and give us something half-ish decent against the Magnemite line. Now we can start off with a Hex against the Haunter. Zubat comes out to play, so that's an instant rock to the wing. And next up is Crocodile. We'll try and get an Omni Boost. We don't get one. The run is going very well, Silversteel. How are you today? And yeah, nice one shot there on the Magnemite. Surf serving its purpose. And now that we've released the beasts, we'll ignore Usain and we'll go straight into the next gym. Honestly, this run has been a lot less complicated than I thought it would be so far. Could be famous last words, of course, but you never know. I hope your online training goes very well, Alex, and have a lovely time at it, if you can. Now we're in a very interesting position at the moment where we've got very good coverage. Our only issue is that very, very low speed. I'm going to get rid, you know, of Headbutt there for Strength Sap. Because we don't really have many flinching opportunities as it is. And we're going to risk it without the berry for this battle. That's the good thing about online training is you can sort of not have to do it all at once, should we say. Now, has the risk paid off? That is the question. So, Strength Sap will take the enemy's HP, the enemy's attack, lower it by one stage, and then give you the value of the enemy's attack as HP. So it can be very powerful against those strong hitting physical attackers. Overbought the repels by one this time. It could be good against Chuck, or we might not need it at all. I've not quite figured out what's going to be the more likely scenario yet. I believe Machop has lower special defense, maybe. Let's now move on to our penultimate trainer in the gym, if you include Chuck as a trainer. And the beauty of the Fast Experience group is we're already level 37, goodness. Gonna risk it for a biscuit here. Not doing the heal. But as you can see there, we've regained the health in battle with Strength Sap. And there we go. We weren't in any danger there. It was just going to be a bit of a slog. And we have now evolved into Cursola. Get the badge at 38-42. And now instead of Cursed Body, we have Perished Body. And this is where the run could get very, very, very difficult. So expect that reset counter to start going up and up and up. Because anytime we are hit by a contact move now, we will have 3 turns to finish the entire battle. So Cursed Body works by anytime you're hit by a damaging move, there is a 30% chance for that move to be disabled. Perish Body, if you're hit by a contact move, it activates Perish Song for both players, and you've got 3 turns to finish the battle. Mineral badge acquired. Let's head over to the Lake of Rage. Yeah, this run isn't going to be easy now. We've had too good a time up to this point. Gonna need all the moral support I can get for the next part of this run, probably. It'll be fun for all of you. Not so much for me. So yes, that was Cursola, the Galarian form that you saw earlier there, Nev. I mean, to counter it, we do have 145 special attack, which is absolutely ludicrous. Oh, bloody hell. Just too busy looking at the overlay figuring out stats. What moves does Lance have? Because it will all depend on whether it's a contact move as opposed to being physical or special. It's going to be interesting to see which arbitrary trainers become next to impossible. And just a reminder, if you want to play this run yourself, there is going to be a patch in my Discord. Because any backports we run on the channel, I want everybody to have the chance to play it. And as long as you know how to apply a patch to a perfectly legitimate copy of Pokémon Crystal, then you're good to go. Bruno's going to be interesting. I've done it again. I get distracted at this point in the run, and I completely forget to get the passwords. Because it's normally at this point in the run we have a nice little chat together. I wish I could forget Karen. We'll throw a different kind of rock now at the Zubat line. Exactly, it all depends on what Karen wants to do. But we could be there a while. Because then our defensive stats mean absolutely nothing if we're on a clock. Why did I surf there? So we got hit by Absorb, but Absorb isn't a contact move. So that didn't matter. Bruno has a lot of moves that make contacts that aren't the Ghost type. So we'll choose one of those and then bad times will happen. Why do I do this to myself? Could have had a nice, easy run. We could have done, like, Farigiraf or something and really destroyed the Gen 2. But no, I had to pick Cursola. Although, seriously, I do want to do Farigiraf at some point. I reckon we could get that sub 110. So, prices starting with the seal. We will put a hex on the seal. We'll keep on hexing on the Dugong. And then we should be able to one-shot the Piloswine. Very, very nice price battle there. 520 for the split. 45.17 overall. Now we're getting a call from Elm. He's yabbering on about some nonsense we don't really care about. Instead, we're going to go towards the ice path. I don't remember that song, specifically Deadpool, but that has just reminded me of I Put a Spell on You, the song. That is very true. Perish Body Cursola is still easier to run than Shedinja. But don't fret, Shedinja fans. That run will be coming very, very soon. I just don't particularly want to run Shedinja when Snowy's Shedinja run is still relatively fresh in people's minds. So that would just be rude. I just think it's very important not to tread on anyone else's toes. Get some vitamins, and we'll get out of here. And while we're here, we will go and buy ourselves some match repels for the Kanto section. 15 should be more than cromulent enough. Now we've got some bits and bobs we need to pick up, so we'll do that before taking on the rockets. A rare candy there. Cursola is exactly like a cursed Cursola. A cursed Cursola. Goodness me, I can't speak today. PP up, we'll put 1 in Hex, because I think Hex has a relatively low PP. While we're here, we'll use the vitamins that we already have. And then, where do we want to go next? Let's go to Azalea Town, shall we? Don't have any fire-type moves, but we can sell this charcoal for a lot of money in a moment. Oh, I'm not wearing a repel. Let's fix that quick, sharp, and in a hurry. Gonna get ourselves the King's Rock just for the occasional battle where we may outspeed. Head over to Goldenrod City. We'll do a cheeky little TP spot in there. Got another nugget and a rare candy to pick up here. And then we'll do a little bit of shopping. We'll do the rocket section. Then we'll see where we are from there. On to the 5th floor we go to get ourselves return. Could be handy later on. Right, what don't we need? Don't need the charcoal. Don't need the 3 nuggets. Anything else in here that we can sell? We don't need that anymore. Keep the Persecure Berry for safety purposes. Let's sell some TMs as well. Actually, let's hold on to Sweet Scent. We'll get rid of Icy Wind though. Same with Iron Tail. Same with the Slappy Mud. Oh, I'm very glad that cromulent and embiggen are in the dictionary. They're both very, very cromulent words. There we go. We've sold a load of stuff, and now we can buy some vitamins. So we are going to get ourselves... We're going to prioritise calcium this time. We'll get ourselves 5 of those. And we'll get a couple of proteins as well. Now we'll get out of here. The repel will wear off, and that means one thing and one thing only. We're going to beat up some rockets. And thinking about it, I have just wasted a PP up there. Because we might as well have Hex replaced by Shadow Ball. Because the chances of the opponent having status are very, very low. Now I'm hoping this rocket section will go quick, sharp, and in a hurry. It's a bit of a slog, isn't it? Although the good thing is, Shadow Ball is incredibly powerful here. Kept hold of 3 surfs specifically for this scientist here. And then we'll take on this final scientist. We've got the admin at the top, of course. I'm hoping this will be as simple as 6 one-shots. And Nightshade, absolutely not. It's a terrible move for this part of the run. Basement key acquired. We're getting through the slog slowly but surely. And we are still very much on track for sub 1 hour Claire here. Who's my least favourite trainer in Johto? That's a very good question. There are so many I dislike. Trying to think of any spinners that come to mind. Juggler Irwin's annoying. But it probably would have to go to Swimmer George. Just near the Whirl Islands. Because he's got 6 Pokemon. And he just slows you down. And here we go. We've been perish-bodied. Goodbye. Let's try again. I think we've just got to keep going until we don't get confused at the start. Anytime we get wing attacks, we've got to take a reset. Yes, exactly. Golbat is the worst lead. Right, we're through the Golbat. Sneasel next. What can we do against the Sneasel? Feint Attack also activates the Perish Body. Goodness me. It was going well, and now it has slowed down quite significantly. Because if we get hit by a contact move, such as Wing Attack or Feint Attack, then we faint in 3 turns. We could be walled here for a little while, you know. I do have a new least favourite trainer now. His name is Triple Question Mark. We're even holding the Quick Claw. There we go. There's our first Quick Claw proc. But it doesn't matter because we get perish-bodied. We're actually going to have to try and find some trainers to do. You know what? I'm going to pause the timer here. I'm going to need a little bit of thinking time. Just for a hot second. So I'm going to take my break now to figure out where the best place is to go for this little bit of training. So I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes' time. And in the meantime, we'll do our first and hopefully only advert break of the run. And then we'll be back to see if we can get through Rival 4. That's a sentence I never thought I'd be saying. And we are back, albeit very temporarily. I've got to very quickly do a little bit of coding here because Perish Body is bugged. I noticed it in the rival battle there. This should only take a couple of moments. I just need to add a little flag saying that Perish Body is active so it doesn't reactivate and reset our timer. So I should be about 2 minutes' time. And we are back. There was a little glitch in Perish Body there that was resetting our Perish song count. So what I'm going to very quickly do is I'm going to go back to the rival with the timer paused just to test it out. Watch this be the time where we get through, but it won't count regardless. I just need to do this little bit of testing on the fly. It was a little oversight with the Perish Body coding. And what did I say? We're making it through. Right, so that has not worked. So I will go back to the code, see what I've done wrong. Because that's just disabled Perish Body all in its entirety. Sometimes happens where you do the backports and something goes a little bit awry. So I will do the coding on the fly with you lovely people. So I am looking for RAM address DA0E. Welcome in, Luca, by the way. Let's have a look at what value that is throwing out, shall we? That is throwing out nothing. Apologies for this. Abilities aren't that easy to do after all. So let's check what this command is doing. See, that should be working. Try doing it that way, shall we? Yes, Cursola is haunting the code. Apologies for this. This is why we test things. But again, it didn't come up in testing last time. They say third time's the charm. Is GameHook still working? Apologies if you can't see the game screen. It's been a while since we've had a hot mess of a stream though. It's kind of fun. Let's drop a save state there. We can always do a hard reset. Game screen will come back in its own time. Welcome in, GG. There we go. We have vision. But of course, this is the one time the quick claw activates when we don't want it to. But we got through when we didn't want to. Goodness me. Right, so Perish Body's active now. There we go, that's what we wanted. We can unpause the timer. Text isn't quite right there, but it will do for now. I'll get it cleaned up for when I release the patch. And you know what? We're going to do a very, very quick set of battling down in Blackthorn. Enjoy your grocery shopping. Thank you for popping in, Dragon Princess. I'm determined, by the way, to get through this with the Perish Body ability. I reckon just a couple of levels is what we'll need here. Ah, you're in waiting mode for the match. Not the best thing, but I'm glad you got your hair cut. You never know, this run might still be going on when you're at the match. I'm going to assume the football match that's going on. It's very rare we get the mystery berry, isn't it? Let's TP all the way back to Goldenrod. Do a cheeky little heal. We'll try again. Good afternoon, Snowy. How are you? Oh, God, we're back in this situation. Did that go back down a level? No, it didn't. That's fine. You're doing the work? I hope your work is going very well. Yes, this is the most difficult trainer in Johto. You could have been nice there for Alligator. You could have used any other move. But no, you had to get us on a clock. Let's have a party with through Rival 4. Goodness. I legitimately cannot remember a time where Rival 4 has been the roadblock. But yes, I think the emotional support will be needed in this run. We could be having our first run in a very long time, which goes very, very high on the timer. We all remember the Cloister run. What the bloody hell? I'm pausing the timer. GG! You really didn't have to. Thank you so much, GG, for the $49.99 super chat. Thank you so much. That is very, very, very kind of you. I'm at a loss for words. I do want to say we are working on the Shinxline backport, and we're also working on the Electivire backport. We are prioritising those after you chatted last time, but that is so goddamn kind of you. Thank you so much. Let's unpause the timer there. And let us carry on with the switches. Oh, that is so goddamn kind. Thank you. But we all remember the Cloister Run and the fun we had at Red. I have a feeling we might be in for a similar ride here. I'd love to be proven wrong by the game. Kind of egging it on to prove me wrong. But we're getting stuck at Rival 4. Who the hell knows where we're going to get stuck in this run? But I do just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you who's either in chat or lurking or watching on the VOD. Because regardless of or not if you super chat, if you don't super chat, if you chat at all, if you don't chat at all, I appreciate each and every one of you. You are what makes these runs possible. I'm getting all emotional now. Gonna have to throw a rock at a Grimer for emotional support. Goodness me. Grab the Scamulet coin in case we want Ice Beam later on. We might have to do some cheeky little freezes against the Snorlax after all. Throw some rocks at a Coughing. And we will say no to Miracotes. Partially lurking, I love the partially lurking. I am a habitual lurker in streams. I very rarely chat myself, because I've normally got some kind of coding on the go at the moment. Or I'm playing Animal Crossing until far too late at night. Yes, I am a habitual lurker. And we are getting very, very close to the time that Snowy yesterday in their run managed to defeat Red with a very, very buff Totodile. A buff Totodile, if you like. We are on a clock for the Fortress there, but it doesn't matter. He's a single Pokemon trainer. This is going to be very, very strange to figure out where the roadblocks are going to be, because it all depends on whether we get hit by a contact move and if they have more than 3 Pokemon. Emerald is a very, very fun game. But I never liked it for challenge running, I've got to be honest. Gigadile, I like it. We've got a Giga Chad Smeargle ROM somewhere that I keep meaning to dig out. Right, we are on the clock now. But we just about scraped through by the Stratocordia on the skin of our teeth. I got comments on the Macargo video. So I'm going to say yes, Snowy, it did send people over. I got somebody who gave the exact same comment as you. Let's get ourselves to Blackthorn now. It was a very good thing that that final executive didn't have any more Pokemon. Otherwise, we would have been up the creek without a paddle. You know what? We're not going to take any risks at all here. Let us get Hidden Power Ice out. Sorry, Strength Sap. You've got to go. I believe the channel URL is at Snowy Totodile. Snowy, if you want to put a link to your channel in the chat, please do. I did like the attention to detail in your run of the special attack still being slightly lower because it's a toe style. How special attack is strong enough to one-shot that horsey with Surf. We just need the move to hit. There we go. That is the link to Snowy's channel. I would highly recommend Snowy's content. Genuinely one of the nicest people I have ever met. They're so funny. And you'll have a lot of fun in their runs. I didn't heal there, did I? Let's see how we get on now against Claire. Will we have a scare at Claire, or will it be fair, I suppose? Couldn't think of anything else better to rhyme there. Alright, the Dragonair are no issue whatsoever, as we would expect. How about the pesky Kingdra? We're going to start off with a hidden power. The Farfetch'd run is something else. That Farfetch'd run really does put mine to shame, doesn't it? She could be giving us a glare. Or maybe a chocolate eclair. I'll tell you what can get in the bin. Those bloody Cadbury chocolate eclair things that make your teeth stick together. They are the absolute worst. Welcome in, Tech Hunter. I am very much looking forward to the return of Nuzlocke Fridays as well. It's been about a year. I'm umming and ahhing as to whether to do my gimmick Nuzlocke first, or to do just a regular hardcore Nuzlocke to get ourselves back into the swing of things. Get Claire at 106.37, still not a bad time at all. We'll dig our way out of here. Get a call from Elm that we're going to ignore again. We're ghosting him today. Exactly, you want a filling ripped out? Have an eclair. It would likely be a Crystal Nuzlocke, just because I don't have any other Generation Nuzlocke overlays made up yet. Goodness, my moves have been all over the place there. Gotta regain my focus in a moment. I'm still in shock at that absolute kindness from GG there. Now we're going to do the snowy version of the rare candy again, I think. Get out the door. Nuzlocke Fridays were a lot of fun back in the day. I'm very excited about this new run that I've got. Yes, the overlay colours have changed. Absolutely not ripped from Bulbapedia's new colours. I do prefer these colours, I've got to say. They're much clearer. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to change the rock type colouring slightly to make it a little bit more distinct from normal. Because you maybe are able to see with TM35 and TM37 that they are kind of a little too similar. It is that run, the gift Pokemon. I mean, the good thing is we can always change the colours to whatever we like. And now we're going to take on this particular fisherman that might be of some importance to Snowy at some point soon. Saying no more than that, but what does this team consist of? It's 2 level 30 Quillfish and a level 34 Susan. Right. Interesting. I wonder if somebody could beat the game with a pair of Quillfish and a Susan. I would love to see a double battle mod, but that is far beyond my current capabilities. And I am doing full battles here. I want to take no risks whatsoever. Sometimes videos do take up a lot more time than you would expect. The run I've got is going to be on a custom mod that I am making at the moment. And it's going to be similar to Traded Only, but the idea is that the gym leaders will gift you your next Pokemon, so catching is entirely disabled, and you're just going to get a random Pokemon at the same level as the gym leader's ace. So you could get very lucky and get like a Miltank, a Porygon, a Girafarig, all in one. Or you could get the luck I got in my little tests that I've done so far. And you get a Weedle, you get a Zubat, you get a Graveler, you get a Sunkern. You ostensibly do a solo Ursaring run. Not necessarily an 8-mon run, because there are 16 gym leaders across the course of the run. Plus your one from Professor Elm at the start, that would be 17 Pokemon. And we have activated Perish Body. You could potentially get a Mewtwo. It's a 1 in 251 chance of getting a Mewtwo. The runs will be level capped, yes. Very nice that we outspared there. We're fine on the Magneton. Haunter, I barely know her. We've outspeeded, thank goodness for that. For Alligator comes out to play Water Gun's fine. Kadabra, yes, use Future Sides. That is perfect for us. We'll do a heal. And we will say thank you to the HM friends. So it's thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, merci to Paris, and a big thank you to all you lovely green and blue names in the chat. Gonna get our 4 full restores and we'll save before the league and take a look at our stats. So we are level 57 with 170 HP. We are clinging onto the Quick Claw for dear life. We've got Surf, Shadow Ball, Power Gem, and Hidden Power Ice. 154 in attack, just 97 in defense, a whopping 212 in special attack, 195 in special defense, and only 75 in speed. We really are very min-maxed in this run. And of course, they are the out-of-battle stats. Let's see how we get on in battle with our little badge boosts. We're starting off with Will, the Psychic-type specialist. We outspeed the Xatu and we knock it out in one. Not sure if that was a Quick Claw or not. Hit by Psychic, that's absolutely fine. Up next is Slowbro. Slowbro's one of few Pokemon that we will outspeed, for sure. Jinx comes out to play. She hits us with a Psychic. That is not a contact move, so we're fine. And then we will Executor Shadow Ball the face of the Executor Words, or something like that, and we are through. Right, Koga, you're going to do your worst, aren't you? Let's get them full restores up to Tippy Top. Where are they hiding today? There they are. Let's see how we get on against Koga. Min-max, it does sound like a modern Pokemon. You're not wrong there. So, that was no issue. We are toxic, though, which I didn't account for at all. And he's toxic stalling, of course. But the Fortress goes down in one surf. Shadow Ball, please don't range. Oh, we ranged. He's minimalizing, but that's fine. Crobat comes out to play. Thank you so much, Alex Crossley, for the 5 gifted memberships. That is so kind of you. Congratulations to Lucas, to Tech Hunter, to Adrian, to Chris Dixon, and to Zombie GFL for your memberships. I hope you have a lovely time being part of the HM Friends. That is so kind of you, Alex. Thank you so, so much. I forgot to split for Koga there. So please do enjoy your lovely emotes, courtesy of Alex. That is very, 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 very goddamn kind of you. I'm kind of loving this run, I'm not gonna lie. And there is... hang on. Why did Mach Punch hit us then? Not that it mattered. Was that because of foresight earlier? I suppose I should heal for Karen, shouldn't I? I really need to fix these alerts to something that doesn't infinitely loop. And we are on the clock with the Houndoom. Who do we have left? We've got Vileplume, which we could Hidden Power away. And who else do we have? We've got Gengar. Right, we will Shadow Ball. But we are out of time. I didn't know that either, Nev. And we just about scraped through there. I do need to fix the text at some point. I also do need to split for Karen. And with that, we just have a Lance left to go. So let us full restore. Let's get those max repels up to tippy top as well. And let's see how we get on against the Liar with the Flyers, shall we? Right, so Power Gem should one-shot the Gyarados. That's a good start. Who's up next? We have Dragonite. Right, we don't outspeed the Dragonite. Goodness me. So now we're paralyzed, and that makes this battle an awful lot scarier than it ought to be. Rock Slide isn't contact, so that's fine. We can one-shot that. Wing Attack, however, is contact, so now we have to hope that we don't get fully paralyzed on any of these, which we don't. That means we are through Lance on our first try. And we get through the league in 1:17.54. Let's get our Hall of Fame time. And we're pausing the timer at 1:18.09. We've got some end credits. I'm going to take a very quick break. I'm not going to run adverts. Welcome in Prince Thomas Art. So it's going to be literally 2 minutes. I just need a stretch and I need a wee. I'm not going to lie to you. And we'll be back in a moment. And thank you so much for your patience there. We are ready to go with the last part of this run. I'll unpause the timer and we'll have a little chat with Professor Elm. And we now need to retrieve the HM friends. So it's a warm welcome back to Kenya, Abra, Psyduck, Bienvenue à Para, and a warm welcome back to all you lovely HM friends in the chat as well. Where are we going to go next? Let's go to Goldenrod, shall we? We'll check our money situation. We have enough cash money moolah to go and grab ourselves a very nice ice beam. Oh, I was about to say I didn't mess that up for the first time, but I did. New move, ice beam, please. And we want it on our Cursola. Ice beam is very OP, that's why I like picking up at this part of the run. Have a lovely sleep, Silver Seal. Thank you for popping in. Hope you get a lot of good rest. We'll stick those max repels up to tippy top now. It is very much an accident that Lance stumbled across those dragons that he illegally evolved at the Lake of Rage. A rare candy acquired. We'll dig our way out of there. We'll fly over to Olivine City. Gonna set our teleport spots to Olivine. We'll go past Swimmer George, I was about to say the sexy Pix Pokemon trainer. I meant the pesky 6, for goodness sake. Favourite Pokemon I did a run with? Probably Furret, you know. Fight a new Bugtail. Sometimes words come out in the wrong order, or syllables come out in the wrong order, and you get a fantastic accidental little blooper. I don't want to think about Lopunny at all. We are not running Thickerita. Absolutely no chance of Thickerita. That Pokemon is cursed. Oh, what a shame we can't get the metal coat that we'd never use. Although we do need to chunk some items, actually. Let's use that HP up. Can't use the calcium, we'll can that. Cursola is just as cursed, you're not wrong there, I'm trapped. And of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. Choppy chop down that tree. Smash our face and get concussion trying to get into the gym. And we shall now take on the one mandatory trainer. He's got a Pikachu and a Fluffy, not too difficult Pokemon to go through. And let's take on our first Cantonian gym leader together. This is Lieutenant Surge. He's an electric type specialist who outspeeds us with Raichu, goodness. The good thing is, he doesn't have that much special defensive bulk behind him. The bad thing is, he can very much troll us. But we are through Surge. As you can see, our slow speed really is starting to get to us. Let's use a full restore there. That was our final full restore. I'm also going to Ether Surf. And we'll make our way without a repel. We'll risk the 2 steps there. Towards Celadon City, where I do believe the lovely, lovely Erica is going to be waiting for us. Before we chat with Erica, we're going to get ourselves the lefties. Grab another PP up, and what we will do is we will use the PP ups we've got here on Ice Beam. I do have plans for Vaporeon in the next set of pre-records. We've got 4 more pre-records in this current batch. The next one's coming out in the next week or so. And those 4, I do believe, are going to be Blossom, which we'll be seeing in a moment here. Who else do we have in that? We've got a Tentacruel, we've got a Raticate, and we've got a Venomoth. So a couple of poison types getting crossed off, and then we're going to start doing some evolutions in the recording batches. And I think we're also going to start getting those legendaries crossed off the list as well. I picked up Pokemon, I think in 2001, I want to say. It was either 2000 or 2001, so far many more years than I care to admit I've been playing Pokemon. That is Julia defeated. Let's move on to Erica herself. And we have Ice Beam, so this should go kind of well. I am very, very old. It's my birthday next month, so we'll try and do a special stream for my birthday, although I do have a lovely person visiting me across the course of my birthday, so we'll have to see how we get on. But last year we had a lot of fun on the birthday stream. We did a lot of different runs. I really want to do something similar this year as well. I do believe those of you who are into the astrology stuff, that Mercury is coming out of retrograde just before my birthday. 28, I wish. I'm turning 33 next month. I think. 91, 2020. Yeah, 33. Goodness, it's bad when you have to actually calculate how old you're turning. I thought I'd never be one of those people. And it looks like Janine is still a pushover even with our low speed. She's using a dire hit because she's just bad, isn't she? Let's get the soul badge in a time of 1:25.43. Let's move on. Oh no, it is 25 years old, isn't it? Honestly, I had the same feeling when I was 19, Prince Thomas. And yeah, it's a big mental hurdle, but the stability that comes with your 20s and the fun you can have in your 20s is so, so good. Janine did beat Shuckle once. That is going to be a blotch on my record forever and a day, isn't it? Being beaten by Janine, it's like being beaten by Blaine. That's happened on more occasions than I care to admit. Let's light up this cave, shall we, and use a Max Repel. We don't have wings, so we're not going to get the Steel Wing TM. Instead, we're going to try and do pretty half-decent movement in here. Set our TP spot in there. Get more concussion. My movement is not on point today. And we will fly back to Saffron City. Let's take on Sabrina. We're going to be slower than Sabrina. But she only has 3 Pokemon. Nice Quick Claw activation there. Double Quick Claw, maybe, question mark? Even with a Reflect, Alakazam's defenses are that paper thin. March Badge in 127.50. Sabrina proving to be as much of a threat as she normally is in these runs. She's very dangerous in Gen 1, but she has absolutely been neutered in Generation 2, hasn't she? Final slog of the run coming up. It's Nugget Bridge. Well, I wish you the very, very best of luck and fortune with all your projects you're working on, Prince Thomas. Even saying VHS makes me feel old. I do kind of have... This is a very, very specific nostalgia. But I do kind of have a nostalgia for the sound that VHS players made when they were playing, that little low rumble of a hum. Sabrina in Generation 2, especially if you have a Pokemon with decent physical attack and decent speed, she's a pushover. She might even be worse than Janine, you know. The only thing she's got going for her is high speed on the Alakazam. And I suppose on the Espeon as well. I'm not going to sell her that short. One more trainer to go here on the Week to Ice Bridge. And then we'll be having a little chat with Misty, of all people. Tom and Jerry is such a good cartoon. I bloody love Tom and Jerry. See, I never got into the anime as a kid, so I don't remember Sabrina too well from there. Not going to take any risks against this Lapras. We're just going to yeet a rock at it. Finish off the Starmie with a Shadow Ball. Hopefully, maybe question mark, as long as we don't get confusion locked. And Cascade Badge acquired in 1:30:28. Grab ourselves the machine part there, and we'll TP all the way back to the power plant. Stick on another repel. We're nearly there now. Only a few more badges left to go. And honestly, Perish Body hasn't been as problematic as I expected so far. RIP Dave's in chats for the Zap Cannon, by the way, as we make our way over to its Lavender Town. We'll get the X-Men card to expand our radio. Off to Vermilion we go. And we'll wake up this very, very sleepy Snorlax. Oh, that is a good point. The Zapdos is available pre-Sabrina. And we'll say hello to our friend of the Channel 3 drill here. What's he got to say for himself today? Hopefully he's going to give us a very nice, easy one-shot fight on all of his B-drill. And then we'll have just 3 badges plus the red fight left to go. This is going to be our final gym trainer of the run. This is Jerry. He is, of course, standing in for Campalium, who's having a nice little break at the moment. And here is Brock. He is the Rock-type specialist, who, of course, leads with a Graveler. What should we do against the Omastar? Shadow Ball it, probably. Rhyhorn, 4 times weak to serve, so we might as well use that. I can tell you that we did a grand total of 1000 HP of damage to that Rhyhorn. Poor, poor Rhyhorn. Boulder Badge acquired in 1:32:39. Let's get out of here. Start panicking at the thought of Blue. I reckon Blue's going to be our next big roadblock. Yep, give him a Rhydon or a Golem. Just something. Even a Steelix would go handy there. I mean, if it was a Rhyperia that he was needing, or maybe a Golem and a Rhyperia, we could just say he doesn't have any friends to trade with. Oh, a Sudowoodo would be very interesting. Penultimate rare candy acquired. Blaine, I'm not even going to try saving for you. I reckon this is going to be a foregone conclusion. My cargo's slow and weak to water, so it goes down in 1. Out comes the Bumhead Fire Duck. There goes the Bumhead Fire Duck. Rapidash will probably try... No, never mind. We outsped with a Quick Claw. Volcano Badge acquired. And 1 more gym left to go. We do have a Discord server. If any of the mods are around, please could we get a 6-hour link for the Discord? And just as we thought, we have another Perish Body roadblock here. We got the Quick Claw activation that time though. That gets us up to level 70. Rhydon should be fine because we can surf and do 1100 HP on that poor thing. Power Gem for the Gyarados is a nice one-shot. Arcanine comes out to play. Arcanine uses Flamethrower. That's absolutely fine. That's not a contact move. That means we have 2 Pokemon left to go. We will throw some rocks at the Alakazam as he crits us. And then Executor is the final Pokemon. We've got Shadow Ball, and we were able to second try Blue. Goodness me. Earth Badge in 1, 34, 59. Have a little chat with Oak. Teleports back to Viridian and we'll do our heal in Mount Silver. Stick on one of our last repels. Level 71 already. The beauty of the fast experience group. Cheeky little heal in here. Here's where we're going to see if we have all 10 rare candies, or if I've missed one. We've got all 10 rare candies. Fantastic. We'll teleport back. Make our way into Mount Silver. And if we don't have our Discord link handy, Prince Thomas, what I will do is, after the red fight, I will go and grab one. Alright, let's hard save here. Let's see how we get on against Red. He is our final trainer of the run, and he leads with Pikachu. Our attack has sharply fallen, which isn't great, but I'm doing this one mostly to see info, and that's interesting. Snorlax is out second. And all that Snorlax can really do is rest. That's very good to know. Can maybe work with that. We've outsped the Pikachu. That is good. That means we don't get cursed. Not cursed, charmed rather. And we're in a rest loop. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use 3 rare candies. Let's see how we go on at level 74. We need a Discord link, please, if possible. I'm going to do the Charm Dodge here. It's like a 50-ish% chance. Combining with a Quick Claw. I just think Red's AI is a little bit broken here. Although Red can literally only rest or Amnesia there. Thank you so much for the Discord link, Kim. Best case scenario here would be a freeze. So we're going to Power Gem. See, he's just spamming rest, so we do need to get that freeze. That's what we're learning here. If we can freeze him, then we should have an easy time with the Snorlax. We do get 2 attempts to freeze. And it is a 1 in 10 chance of the freeze. Also trying to dodge the charm still. There's the 25% Gen 2 miss. So we will Ice Beam, hope for the freeze. Didn't get it that time. How about this time? He's double amnesia. That's good. That gave us another chance, but still no luck. That's going to be our best way to get through the Snorlax. Because he cannot hit us, and all he will do is just waste our PP going to sleep. Just like that. I'll tell you what, another 3 rare candies will go in the mix. Just to try and make the Power Gem a little bit more powerful. Charm failed, that's good. That means we get another attempt. And there we have the freeze. So as long as now he doesn't thaw out, which he did do, but not in time, we are good to go. Oh, I was not expecting Venusaur out next. Sunny Day's absolutely fine. We can finish it off with a Power Gem. Solar Beam's going to tickle us a little bit. Who do we have next? We've got the Zard. We get a lucky Quick Claw here, so we one-shot the Zard, and that just leaves Blastoise and Espeon left to go. What should we do against the Blastoise? We'll Shadow Ball as he rain dances. Try and finish him off. It's going to be a 3-shot. Oh no, we are in very, very much desperate straits here. Psychic hits us and knocks us out. Very, very, very close. But the final hurdle knocked us off. Let's hope for a very lucky freeze again on the Snorlax. Who'd have thought that Snorlax, the Pokemon that can't hit us, was the Pokemon that gives us so much issues? I certainly didn't expect that. He's in a bit of a thunder loop there. That's recycle to reseed. Nice Quick Claw activation there. I think we are faster than the Snorlax, so this we don't need to rely on the Quick Claw with. We don't get the freeze, so we retry. Another one without the freeze. I forgot to use the last rare candy there. Let's try at level 81. I do believe that level 81 is actually the level that Cursola defeated Red in. Back on my very first run, or it might have been 84. A couple of charms there, not what we want to see. Thunder's absolutely not what we want to see either. Just gotta hope for that freeze luck. It will happen again, just not sure when. And we don't want to get charmed because we need to throw rocks at the Snorlax as well. We're not able to consistently 3-shot the Snorlax, no. We need to be able to 2-shot him, really. Because he'll use rest most of the time on turn 2. It's like a 50% chance that we'd be able to 3-shot him. But he's using rest mostly on turn 2 at the moment, which is the issue. We just need to get very lucky with the freeze again. We've not had that luck so far. Oh, that is rude, game. So rude. A critical hit taking him to like 1 HP. Let's recycle to reseed again. Hard save. I'm going to try fully reseeding this. just in case we were hitting the same seed over and over again. There we have a charm fail. That means we're in with a chance for the Snorlax. We've got a freeze. We can now swap to Power Gem. We are through the Snorlax. Who is up next? It's going to be the Venusaur. Venusaur should now be a one-shot with the Ice Beam there. Charizard comes out to play. Wing Attack has put us on a clock. Goodness me. Right. Hope for a high roll. High roll, please. Yes, we're through the Blastoise. Oh no, we've still got the Espeon. Quick Claw, please. Or just knock it out in one. We are through. On 144. Exactly. Oh. And that was Cursola. It was 144 on the nose. It's a backport and it's a stream. Let us get the leaderboard all generated up, shall we? That was nowhere near as bad as I thought. I was expecting the 2.5 hour mark. I've got to be honest with you all. Let's get the leaderboard generated up, shall we? And let's see where that places us on said leaderboard. We're going to start off, of course, with the streaming leaderboard. And we are in 40th place. Not bad at all. We're quicker than the Kecleon run we did. And just ever so slightly slower than Dedenne. I can't speak. Goodness me, that's a hard Pokemon to say. I'm very impressed with that. 40th place on the streaming leaderboard. Let's also now try and take a cheeky little look, shall we, at where we are on the full leaderboard. This one takes a little bit longer to generate. There are hundreds of Pokemon on this list by this point. And on the full leaderboard, I can tell you, we are in 91st place, just at the very tippy top of page 4. So let's see there, we're just ahead of Jinx. That was a very, 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 very good run, I've got to say. I'm impressed with that. I thought Cursed Body would be a much bigger hindrance. And just in case you are wondering what the full leaderboard looks like, let's get ourselves page 5 up on screen to start off with. These are the slowest 14 Pokemon that we have ever done together here on the channel. Page 3 looks a little bit like this. As you can see, Raikou all the way down in 51st place. Welcome back, GG, by the way. And we have Houndoom there in 90th place. Houndoom's redo is coming very soon, and I'm hoping to get an even quicker time than that. On page 2, we have Aerodactyl in 11th place now, and Snorlax down in 50th place. You can see Raikou and Entei there, only a few seconds separating those on the bottom row. And then finally, last but not least, here is our full run leaderboard. Now, there is one more thing we have to do left on this particular save. We've got to return Kenya, because we do not steal Pokemon here on this channel. Why am I trying to speak to him? He's not a PC. My PC, let's attach the mail back onto Kenya. And then we'll have a look at the poll results as well, see what we're doing on a Friday. But first of all, thank you so much, Kenya, for your services over the last couple of hours or so. You have been a great help, but you've got to go home. We'll save here. And now, let's take a look at the poll, shall we? See how you lovely people have voted. And it's 62% for the Nuzlocke on Friday. So we're going to be doing Nuzlocke Fridays, the return of that on Friday. So let's end the poll there. And just before I go, because we do have a teeny tiny bit of time left today, I'm going to very quickly show you what I have been working on. So this is the style of run I've been working on. We'll get up to Falconer on this, I think. So this is the Nuzlocke idea I have. If I've got it ready in time for Friday, we'll do this one. So apologies if you can't see the screen at the moment. It does like doing that, does good old OBS. But I can tell you were just in the intro, it will eventually show its face again, it always does. Let's just check. We are on fast, battle scene set. Goodness me, OBS. There we go. It's beautiful, we've got game screen again. So we don't have a Pokemon at the moment. And I'll tell you what, let's change to the Nuzlocke overlay, shall we? So we would get our first Pokemon here. And quick show of hands in chat. Do we go left, middle, or right? Is this the wrong ROM? This might be the wrong ROM. Goodness. I've loaded up the wrong ROM. Let's try that again, shall we? So, quick show of hands, left, middle, or right for the Pokemon. No, I'll start a new game here. Why is this crashing? Shouldn't be crashing. I've clearly done something wrong with my save state. The joys of technology. We've got one for middle, one for right. Let's now start a new game. Get this all done correctly. I think, GG, we will go for right because you were so kind with the super chat earlier. Just need to set my name to Squidge again. Let's hope this is the correct ROM. If not, I'm going to be worried because I've been working on this for goodness knows how long. Overlay, please. We're not going to know which Pokemon it is. So it's going to be a complete mystery. I'm going to drop a hard save down here. I just want to back up the save that I had before. So we're not going to have Totodile as one of the options. It's going to be a complete mystery. I'm going to get rid of that yes or no in this. So yes, it's completely random. Do we go left? Do we go middle? Or do we go right? You wanted right, GG. Definitely right. Let's see who we get. A Dragonair. Nickname for the Dragonair. Let's do Sneck. We are testing out the idea for the Nuzlocke, so this is just a little bit of bonus stuff because we've got a bit of time left. That is true, it is a weird name for a Dragonite. And if you all like this idea, we'll see how it goes in practice. Then we will absolutely try and get this done for Friday, for the first Nuzlocke Fridays. We won't have this Dragonair, though. This is just going to be a little throwaway test for the time being. Dragonite can be Snonk. Oh, I'm totally, when we do the Dragonite run, I'm totally calling it Snonk. We're not going to be catching anything, Oak. It's a disaster. We're running a Snonk. It will be at 2 PM United Kingdom time, so that is, oh, what, just shy of 2 hours before now's time, if that makes sense. I will try and get another nighttime stream done as well. So I do like the nighttime streams. So we'll get ourselves up to badge 1. Just to see if you all like the idea. Name of the rival, triple question mark. Thank you so much for popping in, GG. Thank you as well for the lovely, very super kind super chat. That was incredibly kind of you. And you may have noticed there that Dude did not give us the catching tutorial because Pokeballs are completely disabled. We cannot catch anything at all in this run. So we can't do any cheating at all. We've got to get our Pokemon from the gym leaders. We also need a good name for this type of Nuzlocke. Because it's kind of a gift lock, kind of a wonder lock. It's new, it's unique. It's also scary. There are a few more things I need to do. Snonklock. Oh, if only that made more sense to people who weren't watching this stream. Squidgylock sounds a little bit too putting the focus on me. Wonder Gift Lock I like. We're definitely going to have to come up with a snappy title for it though. Gym Lock I like a lot actually. Now, we don't have the level cap coded in at the moment, which is going to make this a lot easier than it otherwise would have been. But I do want to go up the Sprout Tower to just demonstrate what's going to happen instead of having the HMs. I'm also going to completely disable that bag button in battle. Because we're not going to be allowed to use items in battle. We're not going to be wanting to catch Pokemon. Therefore, there's no need for the bag. Now, the Pokemon we're going to get off Falconer is already locked in. So there's no cheesing this by restarting Falconer. Now, we are a little bit shy on the PP department here. So we're going to have to try and wrap this Hoot Hoot. Very clutch crit happened for the second time at the top of Sprout Tower today. And you can see we have a Lantern. That is a Lantern the Lamp, not a Lantern the Pokemon. And at the moment, we do need to heal here in Violet City. At the moment, this shouldn't be allowed to work because we don't have the gym badge. So I'm just going to test that out now. So we go into the key items. Lantern, sorry, a new badge is required. So let's now go and take on Falconer, and we'll try it again. We'll also see what our second Pokemon would have been. Now, the gym leader is always going to give us a Pokemon at the same level as their ace. So it's going to be a level 9 Pokemon. We'd be level 9 in the run-through when we do it. So we're always going to get a new Pokemon matching our level, which is what I wanted here. Hold a special of Potion and Berry, even though this isn't a challenge run. And we will just keep screwing this until we win. because this isn't a serious run, this is just a proof of concept, as it were. There we go. Right, what are we going to get? We're going to get the Zephyr badge. We're going to get the Mudslap TM. And let's see what we've got. A Primeape. So we now have Sneck, and we have Angie, the level 9 Primeape. So that's how this is going to work. If you like the idea of this, please do let me know. Because then what I can do is I can absolutely get this ready for Friday. We can have a lot of fun on Friday. And now that we've got the badge, Flash works, but unfortunately we do not have time and we don't have a finished ROM, so we cannot finish this today. But if you like the idea of that, that will be coming on Friday. In the meantime, we do have another redo. We're doing Ampharos redone very, very soon. But that is it from me today. I do have some lovely people to thank. First people I want to thank is all of you for popping in today. We have to say thank you as well to Gigi for the $49.99 super chat. That is very, very, very kind. And also Alex Frosty, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. It does mean the absolute world to me. I will be back. I do need to double check whether I'm live tomorrow or Thursday. I've forgotten which one I did. So I will be back either tomorrow or Thursday. Let's double check now, shall we? Figure out which on earth it is. It's already up live, the premiere thing, the preview, whatever you want to call it. Right, I am live tomorrow at 2 PM United Kingdom time. Have a lovely evening, everybody. I will see you all again, same time, same place tomorrow for some more fun and frolics. It's been an absolute blast. Have a lovely evening.